and welcome to ADHD-friendly. I'm Patty. I am a professionally certified ADHD coach, and my mantra is that we can do anything if we're doing it from our brain's strengths. So let's lean into our strengths and support the weaker areas when we do that. This is episode 142, and today we're going to be talking about capsule wardrobes, how to create yours. So if you already have one, that's great. Good on you. If you don't have one yet, or you're not even sure what it is, we'll dive into that in just a minute. But as always, let's start with our celebrations. And Becca, I get to move one digit today. And it's this middle guy.
Nice.
We get to go to 895. So close.
Oh,
so close.
I
We're going to
love
roll
it.
over. I just know it. We're
Yeah.
going to roll over 900.
Yeah, we are.
That blows my mind. But for all 895 subscribers, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome new subscribers. So excited and hope that you find something in the ADHD friendly realm that supports your brain, especially in each episode, right?
Yeah.
I always try to share several things. So my hope is always that something's sparkly and sticky for your brain to help you hold on to it and use it. All right. So that is my first celebration. My second celebration is tied to my weekly update on what I've purchased. I got to get my second reward. So I have now for 4 weeks had rewards in place where every 2 weeks I get a reward. I was spending about $100 a week, $80 to $100 a week on kind of impulse wants, not needs. And so I started tracking just spending on my wants. And I got some nice structure around it. I've got a form I fill out where I evaluate, is it a want or a need? Was it an impulse buy? And 24 hours later, would I do it again? Like, is there any regret, any buyer's remorse? Which I'm going to talk about in a minute too.
All right.
But I got my second reward. It hasn't come yet, but I've ordered it. My pickleball set.
Nice.
I know. So I couldn't find the chalk. I was in the garage a bit this weekend because I know I've got chalk.
Sure.
It's elusive.
It's missing.
It's not there. I've got a big, like the big honkin'.
Yeah, the big guy.
Bucket with the handle. I'm a little bummed. So I've got to get more chalk because apparently
you're gonna make a course.
Apparently we're not doing this halfway. I just want the net and the paddles and the balls just to play.
Oh, no.
And my husband and one of my kids is like, well, we got to measure. Well, my one son is like, we're going to chalk it off, right? And I'm like, okay. Like if you feel so inclined. My husband's like, well, what's the standard size? We're gonna have to measure. And I'm like,
you guys are going all out.
well, they are. I don't care. I just want to, it's one of my 24 and 24 things. I just want to try it and see how I like it. So I made it a reward because it's summertime. I'm trying to lean into the summer on days when it's cooler, something I can do outside.
So fun.
And now I'm stretching my goal. So I'm giving myself a 3-week goal of my spending now. So I found the 2-week sparkly, but I'm kind of spending the same amount. So now I'm wanting to rein it in and see if I can go 3 weeks with my $20 a week max on wants.
Yes.
So I still get a little discretionary fun spending if I come across something, but I am trying to limit it to $20 and I'm stretching it out for 3 weeks. So we'll see how that goes, but that's my reward, is that it's coming. And I hope to update more about that in the next episode. All right. Quick ADHD friendly tip for this week, and it is buyer's remorse. I've been thinking a lot about the things that I impulsively purchase. I would say I have buyer's remorse occasionally, because a lot of the things I impulsively purchase is because I realized I actually needed it, but it wasn't on the list. So it's kind of impulsive, but it's not as though the need wasn't already on my awareness. Where I tend to feel remorse is the things that I didn't even know it existed. Yeah. Costco's great for this. You go to Costco and you're like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Now I must have it. It's like, I didn't know it existed and now I have to have it, and I leave the store with it. Yes. So that's where I tend to feel a little bit more remorse for things. So I wanted to just share some data on this. So these are some strategies to avoid buyer's remorse. So there was a 2006 study. So it seems like an older study to me, but this was a newer article. So that must have been the most recent study, at least referenced by this article on buyer's remorse, showed that approximately 1.8 to 16%, so almost 2% to 16% of adults in the United States were affected by compulsive spending.
Interesting.
I'm telling you right now, those of us with ADHD brain wiring, we are in that compulsive spending. That it's that impulsivity that we are just kind of like, oh, it's that, like I just said, I didn't know that existed. Now I must have it. Impulsive buys are defined as purchases used to manage and deal with how you're feeling. I found that interesting because I'm not somebody that shops when I'm sad.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't think it might be a boredom thing for me.
Totally.
So,
Okay.
so I guess in that, here I am coaching myself a little bit. Yeah, I think it's more tied to boredom for me, but I'm not somebody that shops if I'm upset about something to distract myself from something except boredom.
Yeah.
But
that
apparently
makes
a lot
sense.
of people that do impulsive buys are managing their feelings and their emotions in their shopping.
Right.
So I just wanted to share some strategies that were shared in this article. So number one, they said before checking out, this could be virtually in your cart or checking out in a store, ask yourself, why am I spending money on this specific purchase right now?
Ooh.
That would help in my Costco example, where I'm looking at it and I'm like, huh, I didn't even know that was a thing. And I'm in line, I
Yeah.
could ask myself, okay, but why am I buying it right now? With Costco, sometimes it's because I know it might go away and I'll never have another
Sure.
chance. So I almost have non-buyer's
Remorse.
remorse,
Right. Right. It's gonna be gone if
where
I try to
it's like
come back.
it's a new thing. It's not something they carry all the time. So if I
Mhm.
wait and I come back, which I've done a lot of times it's
And
gone.
then you don't get it.
And so I'm pretty good at returning things to Costco because they have such a great return policy. It's one of the
Totally.
reasons they're my favorite thing. So I'm killing the stats here because I'm going against what it's saying, but I do like the question. And
Yeah.
this actually would help me more with my online spending. What am I spending money on? Why am I spending money on this specific thing right now?
Right now.
Do I need it right now? Do I want it right now? Did I just discover it and it's sparkly? Like just asking yourself why. The next strategy that was shared was to create a conscious spending plan. So that's kind of what I just shared, my no more than $20 a week on wants, on things that I really don't need. So I'm not tracking my food spending, my dog food spending, that kind of thing.
Yes.
If I need new socks, I'm buying them. But if it's a clear want, that's what I'm tracking. So I'm calling that my conscious spending plan because I'm writing down and evaluating when I purchase things I want. And then the next they said is to disable your cookie settings so that you can avoid those behaviorally targeted ads. This always really
Ooh.
pisses me off. I'm going to be honest. It's
Mhm.
something that does help me to shop less,
Yeah.
especially online, because it says that they are literally intended to nudge you towards purchasing. We all know, like you might even just mention something and suddenly there's an ad that pops up and it's like, hey, you can get it right now at 20% off. It's like, what? I was just saying that. It's annoying. So if we recognize it's all designed to compel us, to pull us into buying more, I feel like I'm being manipulated, and that helps me to resist the temptation more. If I look at it in a, so if I really need this, or is this them succeeding at their advertising to get me to buy it? So I like that. The next is cut the credit, meaning avoid using credit cards if you aren't able to pay it off at the end of the month. So if you putting that on a card is going to result in having to take several months to pay that off. And I know right now there's that I never remember what it's called, but there's that buy now and pay in 30 or pay in 4,
pay
whatever.
later. Yeah.
Those are literally designed to encourage the impulse spending for something that you're seeing and you want. And now you're paying for it and you have to keep up with it. And if you're late, there's a compounding consequence for that single purchase. So don't use credit cards if you aren't able to pay them off at the end of the month. And they recommended, and I know that this is like harder to find now, but reloadable gift cards or cash for once.
Smart.
And I like the reloadable. They do charge you a bit to reload them.
Yeah.
It used to be that I could go on my credit card and they would reload it for me. But I haven't done that in a while, so I don't know if that's still a thing. Maybe or check your local credit union and see if that's a thing. And I know Walmart used to do something for a discount. I'm not sure if they do it anymore, but I do like the idea of going back to reloadable gift cards because they, like the Visa gift card, it's just like a credit card. You know how much is left, so it creates a little more of that connection to your money. And then they also say sign up for account notifications so that you get informed if your balance goes below a certain amount. So
Smart.
You're kind of like we're like, oh, I'm below $100 or I'm below $50 alert. So it's going to help you maybe to rein in the moment, realizing if I do that, I can't get gas.
Yeah.
So those are just some tips to avoid buyer's remorse. And I'm a big fan of what I've been doing is just tracking it, just writing down what I'm purchasing so that I'm aware of it. It just creates a little bit more of that accountability if I've committed to myself to write it down and then I come here and I share it with you. Okay. So, oh, and the one thing I did buy last week was just the pickleball set.
Pickleball
That's
set.
it. Now chalk will be on my list, apparently, because I can't find it. Okay. So now for our topic this week, create an ADHD-friendly capsule wardrobe. So I'm going to define a capsule wardrobe because I have to say, I did not know what this was until recently. I've heard it called, be some like a staple wardrobe. I've heard like a couple of different things. So a capsule wardrobe is defined. This is from Nordstrom.com. Why not go to Nordstrom if you're looking for the definition of a capsule?
Yeah.
They say it's a collection of clothing and accessories that can all mix and match to make several different outfits. So there's no one piece that can't be used in multiple outfits. While it contains fewer pieces, it's built around a color palette and all of those pieces coordinate. I love the idea of this. I love the simplicity of it. It almost feels a little bit kind of almost like a uniform, but with some flexibility. So you would still kind of change it up and not feel like you're wearing the same exact thing every day. So there's some benefits listed to this. They say that it simplifies your getting dressed because your pieces all go together. It saves you time, less decisions to make. It takes up less space in your closet because you've got a few key pieces that you can mix and match. It saves you money because you're not buying this one thing that only goes with this one thing. You're buying things that go with multiple things. It reduces your stress because you don't have to, oh my gosh, what am I gonna wear? Well, I can mix this and this, and here, I'll change that up. I'm always amazed when they show pictures of the same things being worn in like, like a simple like black dress with a jacket over top, or the black dress and a scarf, or it's the same outfit and it looks completely different. It's genius. And then it says that maximizes the number of outfits that you can create. So again, it's not just, this is the only thing that goes with this, and I wear this one outfit all coordinated, and it's the only thing I can wear. So I can only wear, at most once a week or something. It's allowing you to be flexible in what you're wearing. So I'm going to share some tips if this is an idea that interests you to create your capsule wardrobe. Got three steps. Number one, this might be a hard one to start with, but the first thing they recommended is decluttering your current wardrobe.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
So you're literally making space for it, but you might also be identifying what pieces do you already have that can be part of your capsule wardrobe. So you're not starting and having to buy everything. So they say purge items that you aren't wearing. These can be items that don't fit, or they're not flattering, or you just aren't wearing them for whatever reason. And they recommended removing out of season pieces, having only the current season in your closet.
Smart.
So if you have space to, tuck them in a under bed box or something, only have the current season in your closet. I did that really well for a while, but I've been a little more lax in putting all of it away. So this reminded me that it really can clear up, even if it fits. Do I want it all in there at once?
Sure.
So number two is define your capsule wardrobe. So they said categorize your clothes into jackets, tops, skirts, pants, etc. So have categories, and then identify one or two base colors. So they said black, gray, white, and navy are very common, which is great because those are my colors.
Yes, neutrals, love it.
Love it. And then they said to note one or two of your favorite colors for accents. Ooh. So just a few accent pieces, because if you have those basic colors, they're going to go with pretty much anything. And then you would just get a couple of accent colors. And then number three, decide which pieces to replace or add. So you've cleaned out your wardrobe, out your closet, you've identified your colors. So now you literally be like, okay, I have black pants, I've got khaki pants, I've got, a long white shirt, but I don't have a nice white tee.
Yeah.
You're writing it down. So you know what you need to buy. It's very intentional. And they said, or maybe you have a couple of things, but they're faded or worn out and you need to refresh them.
Yeah.
They said, add any missing pieces, or maybe a tank top or a t-shirt or an accessory in that favorite color, the one or two colors for your accent colors, to just kind of spice it up. They said your capsule wardrobe will include anywhere from 20 to 40 core pieces that you'll wear again and again. When you think about it, like when I read that, I was like, that's a lot of clothes, but on the smaller end, the 20 pieces, if you have like 3 or 4 pairs of pants and then 5, like it really adds up quickly when you start, like you got a couple of dresses, 3 to 5, nice t-shirts that you're coordinating, some tank tops, like literally you're going to get it 20 pieces very, very quickly. So I like that it's containing it, and you will have no more than 40 pieces. Remember, some of those are your accent pieces that are just going to kind of coordinate and pull it together and kind of, create a little bit of that sparkle to your capsule wardrobe. So here are some common categories when you're looking at creating your capsule wardrobe. Tees and tank tops, blouses and shirts, sweaters, jackets and coats, dresses and jumpsuits. Do you wear jumpsuits?
I have one jumpsuit actually.
Oh, that's right. I have seen you wear that.
I do.
I don't have a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Pants, jeans, skirts, footwear, accessories. If I just followed this rule for jeans, I have more than 20 pairs of jeans. I probably wear 3 of them.
Right. So that'd be good to purge.
I know. I have such a hard time letting go of them though, because I have jeans that I look really good when I fit in them, but I don't fit in them right now.
Yeah.
I have jeans that I really enjoy because they're like good travel jeans because they're so roomy.
Comfortable pair.
Yep. So I have jeans that go better with like boots for the winter.
The bottom, because the different style of them depends on what shoes you can wear.
But there are some I haven't worn in probably over 2 years that maybe I just need to be like, are you gonna wear these again? And by the time you would they even be a color or a style that I don't know. But anyway, I digress on my jeans. Now here's a list since we're in summer.
Ooh.
This is from Travel-ly. Travel-ly. So it looked really funny when I was reading it. They have a list of what to include in a summer capsule wardrobe. So again, when you're thinking about your wardrobe, we're only talking seasonally. So just for summer, they said there's 10 things that should be included. Basic tees, linen pants, a classic button-down shirt, breathable tank tops. They call them perfect shorts. I don't have a pair of perfect shorts.
Oh, like just like a pair you can just throw on and they're good with anything?
I don't know. They didn't tell me more.
Yeah.
I don't know that the perfect gets in my head. So I would leave out, I would just say a pair of shorts you like to wear.
Yeah.
A midi dress, white sneakers, walking sandals, a lightweight wrap.
Smart.
I didn't even know what that was. I had to look that up.
Yeah.
It was like a waist wrap thing.
But can you also wear it like
They didn't show a picture of that. I don't know. I guess take that for whatever wrap means to you.
Yeah.
And then a packable tote. So if you're traveling over the summer,
Smart.
I know, I thought that was smart. They had a like a woven, like almost like a crocheted bag kind of thing that you could pack and it stretches and you can, use it for your day bag or whatever when you're traveling. So if you like this idea, I'm going to give you a couple of tips to get started. First, ID when you want to do this. So again, if you're starting with the cleaning up your closet, when would you have time? And then identify how you're going to start. So maybe you're going to block some time. Like I'm going to go in and I'm going to spend an hour just going through my closet and maybe you're going to like put away the things you haven't worn. If you're not ready to call it and like donate them, maybe you put them into one of those under bed bins and come back next year and be like, oh, I'm feeling like I really like that again. I'm going to wear it. I missed you. Now I'm going to wear you. Maybe ask for some body doubling help. If you like this idea, but you're going to have a really hard time getting started, ask somebody to come and sit with you, help talk you through, like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Yeah. Get another opinion, because I have to say, from somebody you can tolerate that feedback from, so somebody that has helpful, not critical feedback. Maybe a friend that's going to help to make the decisions about what to keep. And oh my God, that's classic. I don't see how to put clothes together. I used to always classically walk in. I want the outfit on the mannequin because I can't walk to racks and this will go good with my sister's really good at that. So if I held up, she'd be like, oh, that'd be great. You could wear it with this. I can't do that. So if you have a friend that's good at, you could do all of this with that might be a good person to have on hand if the way that they give you that support works for you. So that's it. That's some tips, some ideas about starting your own capsule wardrobe, so that it's just a smaller way to contain. We have to get dressed every day, making it easier by using a capsule wardrobe so that you're cutting down on the decisions. You can mix and match. You're saving space, and in the long run, you're saving money. I love it. It's win-win-win.
Totally.
All right. On to the book of the week. Becca, I'm doing a reread this week.
I love Pride and Prejudice.
It's so good.
Oh,
and guys, I think I shared last year, it was the first time I read it cover to cover.
Yes.
And I just loved it. And I literally started it again last night because I don't have a book on my e-reader right now that lines up with my physical book that I'm reading. And I tried to get a new book and I started reading and I just wasn't into it. My mind started racing and I just was like, oh, let me go back. I just enjoy this so much, but I've only read it once. So it's not a book that I'm like, I remember a lot, but because I saw the movie, but it just felt like I was revisiting a good friend. So I am really enjoying it. So that's my book for the week, a reread. So maybe you want to pick a book to reread for yourself this summer. Summer's a great time for rereads. I always reread a Harry Potter in the summer too.
Ooh, I love that.
Okay, now my quote for the week. This is from Science Focus magazine.
Oh, okay.
And this is related to dressing, what we
Ooh.
wear. So the quote is, there are studies that show a relationship between the clothes we wear and how we act and feel. If we choose colorful clothing over the drabs and the dreary, we'll get a boost of dopamine and feel happier.
Ooh.
And I put, you had me at dopamine. Yes, we always need dopamine. And so this is true. So I did a program at my local library last week, and I wore a red dress because red to me is a very bold color. And I always say I wear it when I need to kind of pull up this I'm going to be seen, so I'm going to lean into being seen. And it just gives me this level of confidence. But I always say if I'm wearing red, it's a day I either need to channel it or it's a day I'm feeling it.
I love that.
So red always has that impact for me. Yellow can do it. Yellow can make me happy. And research actually shows that yellow does make you happy. So that's actually on my list. That's my punch color for my, it's 3 a.m. Is that what it said?
I think
I don't think so.
It's not clear.
So that's it. If there's something in this episode 142, that you find sparkly or helpful, if you start a capsule wardrobe, or if maybe you've been doing a capsule wardrobe forever and you're like, yeah, Patty, got this.
Yeah.
Would love to hear your tips. Would love to hear your comments about what has worked for you. Episode 142, would love to have you post in the comments. And as always, if you are listening to this, I invite you to check out my podcast, ADHD-friendly, which is where we're tracking our subscribers. And if you haven't and you're open to doing it, we'd love to include you next week when we flip the cards again. Forward or back, it's all good.
Yeah.
We really just want to have something that we're putting out there that resonates with you and makes your life more ADHD friendly. That's it for this time. Until next week, Tally ho.